rider. Why are you better than most?
I'm better than most because I practice a lot, but a lot of people out there would tell you that I'm not better than most. Some people say I am, some people say I ain't. Now, if you come see me in this canyon right here, I'm going to say that I am better than most because I haven't had anybody outrun me in these canyons in a couple years now. So, the track record speaks for itself. What can I say? If I had people coming out here and passing me left and right, then I would think differently, but that's not the case, and you haven't seen any videos on the internet of people passing me.
No, I've not seen that. We looked.
Yeah. So the GoPro ain't working excuse. That's not a deal. There's just not these videos out here because it hasn't happened.
So is it all about power, or is it about technique, skill? How important skill, technique versus sheer power?
Well, it doesn't matter what bike you're on. If you don't know how to ride it, you ain't making it through these canyons very quickly. I know guys out here on 300s that can beat guys on 1000s.
We're going to have to hold for a second. A car is going by. Pick it up.
There's guys out here on 300cc machines that are beating guys on 1000cc.
She's making noise. Right. If I could hear it, the mic can hear it.
I know. Yeah.
Stand by a sec. Let's figure this out. Here's another way you can do it.
All right.
Prop it on top of the SUV.
Just do it this way.
Okay. All right. You want me to hold it?
But just make sure. Yeah, if you want.
You know,
someone real strong.
Sure.
Sorry.
Oh, bad kitties. Bad kitty. Let's do the boom. Show her how it's done.
Bad kitty boom.
Where do you want it?
Oh, with one hand. Look at this. So
wow, look at that.
Any touching, anything will pick up sound, even this.
It's like her
so
pole.
It's literally you got to do it like. How good are you at this?
That leather's
going to.
Oh, it's gonna be 3.
We're gonna need 30 minutes.
Okay, picking it up.
All right, there are 300cc riders out here that are faster than 1000cc riders. It's not about what bike you got, but how you ride it. So I do have a 1000cc bike, which is not the best for, say, this road right here, Glendora Ridge Road. It's really tight. You can see it's only one lane. So to have a 600 might be better on this road. But right next door, over on my Canyon Azusa, you're going to want this 1000 because it's a big, long canyon with a lot of sweepers, and it's got some straightaways in it. And 1000s are king over there.
So I'm on the internet and I'm reading comments about you, and you've got your fans. I mean, they love you. And do you have a message to them about the dangers of what you're doing? Because you just can't do what you do. You got to raise the mic just up a little bit.
You can't do this unless you have the gear to do it, because I can tell you right now that if I wouldn't have had this gear on, there's a bunch of spots on here. That would have been my shoulder right there, right? The skin totally gone, months of healing, but I've never got any injuries from any crashes. I've always worn my gear, especially if you go to the canyon. You have to wear it. You have to be suited and booted, or else you're probably going to have a bad day if you go down. I'm not saying that you're not going to get hurt, but the likelihood of you getting hurt going down at even 20 miles per hour out on this asphalt is 100%, unless you're wearing gear.
Right. So dress for the slide, not the ride.
That's exactly right. Dress for the slide, not for the ride.
So
we got a car coming. They're hoondogging.
Okay, hang on, you can rest.
They're going fast.
Somebody dropped a banana jewel or something. Jeez.
I think he wants to race.
He was going.
For the interview, yeah. Okay, we're rolling again. This time I'm going to zoom in on you a little bit more. Are you reckless in what you're doing? Are you dangerous? Should the police be concerned about you?
That is a loaded question.
It's got to be asked, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We talked about this.
So, I have a good track record. I have not hurt myself or anybody else. I can't say the same for everybody else. There's been people out there on motorcycles that have gotten themselves hurt and other people hurt. So you got to have the experience before you're going to go into the next level of riding, which is fast canyon riding.
And I can see this is a pretty remote area. You don't see a lot of people walking. There's no dogs, but there is danger. How do you handle the stress? Or is there stress?
For me and my friends, there's not stress. We don't go out expecting to crash. Sometimes that does happen, but when I'm out riding, I'm not thinking to myself all the time, I'm going to crash and I'm going to get hurt. I just go out there and ride for the fun of it. And it is dangerous. I know there is a risk, but I haven't come across that risk because I do things very tactically, and I've had some luck as well. So there is a risk, but it's one I'm willing to take because I don't think about it until that time actually comes up. And with my track record of having 9 crashes and 0 injuries, I feel like that I have a good grasp on what I can handle and what I can't handle. When you come out here in the beginning, though, you have to be careful. I've been doing this for years. I started riding in 2012, and I started going to canyons right from the beginning. So I have a lot of experience.
You make it look easy, but it really isn't. This is work.
Yeah, this is not easy. And if you want to try it yourself, go buy a super bike and a GoPro and see how popular you become on YouTube. Because there's a lot of people who've tried to do what I've done, and none of them have done what I've done. So there are some popular YouTubers out there, but few and far between. What's that, a Lambo? I'm just kidding.
Is it? Like a truck or something?
Something breathing heavy.
That's that Mustang that was riding all crazy on the road.
This girl on the
MAXWRIST. So,
I feel like going back past.
can I ask you some stuff about social media?
Yes, man.
I would say you're pretty expert in social media.
I would
And
say.
you're putting on content daily. Do you feel the pressures, and repeat my question, the pressures of getting content up there daily? It's your business. Does that drive you to create fresh content? Does it drive you to do more extreme racing things that get people's attention?
YouTube and social media in general's constant need for new content is definitely there. If you're not fresh with your new stuff, and if you're doing the same thing all the time, people are going to stop watching it. As a matter of fact, I've only been in California for a couple months now, and people are telling me that I need to get off that canyon because it's getting boring, that I need to go to a different canyon. They did the same thing when I was in Italy. They said, you're riding the same road constantly, go to a different road. So you do have to change things up and keep it fresh. So what we're doing is going Tail the Dragon right now. Next week we're going to Tail the Dragon in Tennessee, and we're going to do some riding out there. I'm very excited about that. A lot of my friends who are going with me here from the West Coast have never been there. I actually started riding out near the Dragon, so I've ridden it plenty of times. I rode it last year as well. So there's a lot of people on the East Coast that want to run MAXWRIST. I'm going to be at the Dragon in July, if you want to be there.
How long will you be there?
I'm going to be at the Dragon for a few weeks, actually.
I see.
Yeah, I'm staying there all the way until Sturgis Bike Week, which is second week of August.
What's ahead for MAXWRIST? What do you see coming your way?
What I would like to see come MAXWRIST way is availability for me and all my friends and fans to be able to ride together in a central location. So that's what I'm trying to do, is set up to where we have our own track to ride for all of us, and we can do whatever we want on it. Jaguar. Whoa, you hear that
You do
supercharger?
a max pass?
I could give him a max pass. There's not many things out here that can't get max pass. I haven't come across anything.
So you see yourself, do you see yourself instructing, racing?
No, I see myself making videos, riding with my friends who love to ride for the love of riding. I'm not in it to race other people and have some kind of credentials in some race league circuit. I just love riding. So if me and my friends have a nice place where we can ride, with some nice pavement, and we don't have to worry about all the dangers of these canyons, which are many.
So the other day we caught up with you, and you were hitting some of those stretches at what?
180 miles per hour.
180 miles an hour.
The highest I clocked on that straight you saw me in the curve was 184.
184 in a curve.
Yes.
Can you describe that feeling? Is it like going to Magic Mountain?
I've never been to Magic Mountain. I'm from Florida. I've been to Space Mountain in Disney World. No, it's not like that. It's much scarier.
Is there anything that competes with what you do?
I think there are some more extreme sports out there, but this is a sport that just so many people are in love with around the world. And as a matter of fact, in other countries, motorcycles are the primary means of transportation. Like in Italy, for example. Everybody's going around on motorcycles and mopeds to get around because cars are too big and bulky for the area, and there's too many people there. So
wait a minute, the Italians wanted you out.
Yeah.
They didn't like you passing the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris, did they?
No, they didn't like me going over to the Ferrari factory in Maranello and max passing all the production cars before they even came out. Leaking the videos and images of them. Nope. The Italians over Ferrari did not like that. So after a while, what they did, whenever they see me, they'd put on their hazard lights and pull over.
Is that true?
That's absolutely true.
They surrendered.
They surrendered. Absolutely. I merged Ferrari. The whole company. Every one of their production vehicles. I knew they were coming out 3 times a day. I knew what mountain they were going to. So I just followed them out there and merge them with the Max Pass.
So, I mean, what's a car cost?
A new Ferrari 488 is costing $300,000.
And they get passed by MAXWRIST.
And the base MSRP for a 2020 BMW S1000RR is $16,995 US.
That's a bargain.
It's a bargain when it can just fly past a $300,000 Ferrari with ease.
Nice.
But it takes a lot more skill to ride this than it does to drive the Ferrari fast.
Hey,
so,
is there anything else you want to tell us? Anything I missed?
There was such a good outro message I had last time and I forgot it. Dana, do you remember it?
Stay safe and sane?
No, this was,
For all the kiddies out there.
yeah.
If there's a kid out there that really wants to ride and wants to be like, you know, ride like you or your posse, what should they do?
If there's kids out there, or no, let's not say kids because you got to be 16 years old to drive a motorcycle.
I'm
anyways,
60.
right?
16 is a kid.
Right. True. All right. So for any young adults out there that are looking to ride, I would say definitely you have to go to your motorcycle safety course first. I did. I was in the Army. It was mandatory that we went to the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course before we were able to ride our motorcycles on post. So I highly suggest you go to one of those courses and then go to the advanced course as well. It'll teach you a lot about riding. You shouldn't just go out there and try to do what you see on the internet because it is not like you see on the internet. It is much more real and much more dangerous and much more satisfying. So
I've noticed, you know, the haters out there, you know, they may hate you, but they certainly want to ride with you.
the haters out there do hate me and they want to ride with me, and then they ride with me and then they post it talking trash, actually. But the haters are funny. Listen, anything you're good at, you're going to have haters at, right? So a lot of people want to be MAXWRIST, just be able to ride motorcycles every day and post videos of out riding with your friends, having fun in the canyon. A lot of people would want to do that. So that's the reason MAXWRIST has a lot of haters. You know, MAXWRIST, what it means is, you know, full throttle. That's what it means. That's all it is MAXWRIST. It's not me or myself as a person, it's a concept. So it's for people who like to twist the throttle all the way back.
Another question.